As head of the FBI, James Comey put politics over protecting America. After the FBI banned terms like radical Islam for political correctness.
Well, it's lid time. You don't have to shake your head. There is a super PAC, not any super PAC. President Trump's, one of President Trump's super PACs, with an ad that they're going to run on Thursday attacking James Comey. Panelists here, Harold, Beth, and Noah. Wow. Beth, is James Comey running for something?
And what's the point of that? What is the point of that?
Well, I guess they're worried about the credibility Comey has. He has more credibility than President Trump. They know it.
Yes,
so
he does.
If you could bring him, if you make him into a political actor, then he's just another politician.
Right. Yes, but as we were just saying before we came back here, he is also the reason that Donald Trump is the president. So it's all through the looking glass.
Which, by the way, the ad itself, while terror attacks were on the rise last year, Harold Ford Comey was consumed with election meddling. This is Donald.
Yeah,
by the way,
some people believe that meddling helped President Trump get elected.
I mean, I guess you could give them credit for having a sense of humor.
Look,
for that line.
James Comey is one of the most dramatic storytellers in politics. I don't think will disappoint come this week. I think as Noah and us were talking, there may be some high expectations, but I think he's going to meet some of that. I'm also curious to see what Rosenstein says tomorrow. But two questions, no doubt. Did you tell him 3 times that he was not under investigation? He'll have to answer. 2, I think Joe Manchin, his constituents said it best. If you thought that this was obstruction of justice, did you feel corrupted? And the legal standard is that, and we'll see where it goes. If Marco Rubio, some Republican, asked that question or those questions, I think it takes on a different level of meaning.
No.
Yeah, the president is punching down at a private citizen. I don't know how this reflects poorly on James Comey, more so than it does Donald Trump's political apparatus. And this is a president who feels embattled and is acting embattled and is, under a lot of pressure from his own actions. So this is just really directing attention to the Russia investigation, to President Trump's problems, and not to, again, his legislative agenda and the people who are hanging on desperately for some sign of success out of this administration.
And that's, to that point, if they had a really good counter-programming plan this week, they could have done a good job of talking about infrastructure. This is supposed to be infrastructure week, talking about roads and bridges and all things that all people want, theoretically. But they have no legislative plan. They have, the first thing he came out with was privatizing the air traffic control yesterday, which is not, and it's not exactly something that is, we're discussing around the dinner table, most families. He's going to Ohio tomorrow to talk a little bit about infrastructure, but again, no plan for pushing something forward. So had he had this sense of moving an agenda, that maybe could have taken a little bit of the attention off of this, a little bit, and Harold, they're not doing it well.
We keep hearing, oh, they want to borrow a book from the Clinton playbook. Clinton was stewing every night. Yeah. He couldn't stand Ken Starr, couldn't stand what Congress was doing. Maybe that's a good thing that Twitter didn't exist. But they kept him on. He did events. He would sit there and sometimes stubbornly pretend that he was focused on some ribbon cutting
national
ceremony.
Matter.
Yes.
I mean, and this is they're doing it the exact opposite. This president is consumed. Not only is he consumed, he's talking about it. He's leading the charge. You wonder why they can't do what you're saying, which would be smart, because the president won't allow it. If he were tweeting about a bridge falling down in Pennsylvania that they're going to rebuild, tweeting about a road in Ohio that needed to be built, people say, you know what, let's focus there. But he's not doing that.
Exactly.
The live tweets, how disastrous.
Well, he is trying to counter-program, right? As you said, he's going to go to Ohio.
Well.
So, yeah, it'll probably be weird. I don't know if it's going to be disastrous, but it's going to give cable news something to focus on that's not the Comey hearing. I think that's the point, is to, say, where are you aligned with?
All right, well, I know we're all trying to figure out graphically how to have Comey and Trump tweeting at the same time. It should be interesting television.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, thank you. It says you. Thank you. After the break, stop me if you've heard this one before.